Here's how to do pinch harmonics on the guitar. Pinch harmonics are a lot more difficult than they seem, and I've had a lot of people asking me for a tutorial on how to do them, because while all the information is out there, it's just a technically difficult thing to pull off. So let's understand what's going on behind the scenes. You can produce harmonics when a ringing string is lightly touched by your finger. And what we've learned from natural harmonics on the guitar is that you should only touch it for a second and then let your hand go away. I like to think of it like the harmonics need to breathe, so don't smother it with your hand. So now that we understand that all you do is touch a ringing string to get a harmonic out, we have to figure out how to make that in one continuous motion from our picking hand. And what you've probably seen from tutorials before is that you have to take your pick, and when you pluck a string, you have to brush it with the underside of your thumb right here after you do the pluck. And all of that is true. You're going to gently use the top left side of your thumb to brush the string right after you play it in one continuous motion from your pick. But today I'm going to give you 3 tips that I think are going to really help you make this happen. The first tip is to let your pick sit really deep in your hand so that only a little bit of the pick sticks out. You don't want a huge part of the pick to stick out because it makes it harder to make the motion. So if you hold your pick like this, where you can see a little bit of my thumb is sticking out, just a small amount of the tip, you should be in good shape. Tip number 2 might be the most important, and it's about the motion that your hand makes when you're trying to get your thumb to brush the string. Your motion is going to be slightly different than just picking a regular string, because what you're actually trying to do is push your thumb outward to nick the string on the way out. So down here on the guitar, when I'm picking regularly, I might pick like this. No portion of my thumb has to touch this string. But when I'm trying to do a pinch harmonic, you'll notice that my thumb starts to push outward away from the strings like this. It's this doorknob move, this sort of flick outwards, that allows me to nick it with the side of my thumb. Normal picking, pinch picking. I tilt my hand so that my thumb tip can brush the string, and notice how it leaves when I'm done. So you're gonna have to sit there and practice that motion and do it a couple of times. And while you're doing it, you're gonna check out tip number 3, which is that there are certain sweet spots for pinch harmonics depending on where you pluck your string. You're gonna have to search around to find one. The most reliable spot for me is just under my neck pickup. So if you have a neck pickup here, you can try to search for a harmonic just underneath it, which coincidentally is where your hand should be most of the time anyway. The way you scan for harmonic spots is to continually practice that flicking up and down motion as you move your forearm up and down one single string. Let me show you what I mean. Can you hear all the different sweet spots that I found? When you feel like you've found the position that your pick needs to be in and you can do that motion, you practice it by holding down a fret, playing your pinch harmonic, and then I like to add a good amount of vibrato with my left hand to really let that harmonic sing. Make sure you're firmly picking and try to make it a quick, aggressive motion. And understand that you're going to be able to hear this harmonic a lot better when you have a high gain sound on, which is why you hear this technique mostly in rock and metal guitar. Let me know if this helped you out at all in the comments, and make sure to follow this account for more guitar tips. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.